Friday, February the 1st, 2026. And you know what? I was thinking about doing this long form, and I was like, you know what? Today is February 1st. Go ahead and kick off with a live. So here I am. Here I am doing a live. So, yeah, guys. So let's see who else is going to come in and join me and talk about the fact that your business can't grow because you're too busy being an ATM machine. ATM machine. That's right. You're too busy being a ATM for everyone instead of your business. Instead of your business. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Lisa. Hello, hello. Yeah, I thought I was going to do this long form. I've been contemplating, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hit the play button and I'm just going to go live. I'm going to go live. I am doing well today. What about you? What about you? Lisa said, not me. I'm not being an ATM for nobody. Is that what you're saying, Lisa? But you know what? As for some business owners, they are ATMs, and I can relate to doing that. Loaning money, giving money instead of taking that money and invest it. So yeah. So I want to see how many people are going to come in and talk to me about this subject. I am eager to hear what other people have to say about this. I am really eager to hear what others are, going to say about this because you know what? You're a business owner with vision, ideas, and goal, yet your business stays underfunded. Not because you don't work hard, but again, too busy just being an ATM, covering other people's emergencies, lending money that doesn't come back. Oh, goodness. And you're paying for other people's mistakes, poor planning, lack of discipline. It's not your mistakes, it's their mistakes. And every dollar counts. Every dollar counts these days, especially when for me, I'm a new business owner and I'm a small business owner and I gotta have enough money in order to fund it. Some aren't charging enough. Yeah, so it's just a lot going on. So I just want to hear what other people have to say about funding their business. And are you taking your money and putting it in other places when you should really be investing in yourself? We have to invest in ourselves. Sometimes it's necessary to take classes to learn, proper strategies, marketing, all those essential tools, but we're too busy, just throwing our money away when we need capital. We need capital. So, hey guys. So yeah, I just wanted to come in and talk about this. Lisa, I had a chance to see your content last night when you went live. That was some really good information that you shared. You and was it Anthony? Am I getting the name wrong? I can't recall his name, but I sat there for a minute. I sat there and I watched for a minute. So I learned a lot. I took some notes. So thank you so much for sharing because I am trying to learn as much as I can about investments. I started pretty late. I've always had a 401k with my job, but I started I opened up an additional account on my own and I started taking matters into my own hand. So, yeah, so I have just been learning a lot. I've been reading some different articles, some different books, and watching quite a few people on YouTube. So yeah, just learning, just opening up my mind to that, because hey, retirement will be creeping up, sooner than later. So I'm excited about the next chapter. So yeah, so I want to know what other people are, talking about far as, business. Let me see. Don't forget about taking a handle of that 401k, making sure it's thriving. Yes, yes. Now the one at work is doing okay, but I decided to open up another account on my own because I wanted to kind of pick some stocks myself, and just kind of get my feet a little wet and what it feels like. Oh, and another thing I did, I opened up a high yield savings account because I was allowing my money just to sit in a savings account at my credit union. And I believe it was making, I'm embarrassed to say, 0.01%. I was like, D, how on earth have you just been? But let me just be honest. I was afraid to move the money. I'm just honest. I was just afraid to move that money out of my account into another account because I had been with that credit union for so many years. And I was like, ooh, this kind of scary. I like being able to see my money. But as soon as I moved that money over to the higher savings account, I'm already seeing a difference, So I think I'm getting like 3.9 in comparison to the point zero 0.01. So yeah. So that was just really important for me just to do that and get comfortable. Just get comfortable. So yeah. Yeah. But back to the question of so I just want to know, are there any other business owners out here who feel like you're taking your money and you're not funding your business because you're too busy loaning out your money? Anybody else business owners out here, and you are taking your money and you're loaning it to family members, friends, people that are saying that they are in dire's need. And let me just be clear, I'm not saying that we shouldn't help people. I'm not saying that at all. That is not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you should be making your business a priority. You should be making your business a priority. You should not be allowing people to come in and just say, hey, I need X, Y, Z. It's the same people sometimes. They're always in need. And you're taking that extra money that you could be putting it into your business and you're just giving it. You're loaning it. And in some cases, you're not seeing the money back. Now, I do have this new thing that I do. If I can't afford to lose that amount of money, I just don't give it. And in most cases, I'll just say, here, you take this. If you give it back, fine. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. But I am just really being really, really careful about that. Lisa says I can't. So are you saying, when you say you can't, are you saying that you're not loaning money, you're not giving out money or any of that? Is that what you're saying? I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Hello, Young. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. I'm so accustomed to having my lives 4 a.m. in the mornings. So I was about to say good morning. And it is what, 4:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. I was about to say good morning. Good morning. So yeah, any other business owners are out here just, loaning out money when you should be putting it towards your business? That's the question. Are you acting as a ATM machine? You know what? Even if you're not a business owner, are you acting as an ATM machine as opposed to putting some boundaries in place? That's what I want to hear about. Are you out here acting as a ATM machine? Are you known as the person, the go-to person that people come to, family members come to, and they expect you to go in your backyard and shake the tree and the money falls off? Yeah, yeah. Just kind of want to kind of see what people are thinking out here. Are you the one who's always giving? Because I like to say there's two types of people. There are givers and there are takers. Givers and takers. Givers and takers. So here's the truth. When you fund everyone else, you silently starve your own assignments. So if you're funding everybody else, you're going to starve your business or whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to save $10,000, $20,000, how are you going to save that money if you are constantly just giving it out? You're just constantly giving it out. Maybe you're trying to save for a down payment on your home. Maybe you're trying to go back to school and you don't want to have any debt. Maybe you're trying to pay off debt, but you can't do it because you are the ATM machine. Yeah. So I just want to have a conversation about that. So what, and I have some little notes here in front of me. Well, hey, how are you, King? How are you? Thank you for joining. Just talking about funding our business. You can't fund your business. You can't save if you're everybody's ATM machine. Are you an ATM machine kind of person? Are you an ATM kind of machine kind of person? Are you the go-to person? Are you loaning out? Are you kicking out? Are you kicking out? Just want to know, just want to know, just curious, curious, curious. So I have some notes in front of me and I'm going to refer to some of these notes. So why changing now matters. Delay compounds. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to catch up. So the longer you wait, the harder it is for you to catch up. You say, I think this is my first time. It is. And I am so glad you're catching me live. And you know what? I typically don't go live this time of day, but I was like, hey, I was going back and forth whether or not, if I should do a long form video or just go live. And being that it's February 1st, I said, you know what? I'm going to go live. And here I am. Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much. Sharon, this is a good question for you because Sharon is a makeup artist. Sharon has her own business. So, Sharon, are you taking your hard earned money and being an ATM for others instead of putting that money into your business? I just want to hear. I just want to hear I want to know what other people are doing. Are you an ATM for people in your family, friends, anyone, instead of taking that money and putting it into your business? Just want to know. Just want to know what you guys are doing. And so, okay, I'm going back to my notes. Why changing now matters. Opportunity doesn't pause. When you can't fund to what you can't fund today may not be available tomorrow. So maybe there's an opportunity for you to go to a class. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to go to a marketing class, for you to learn more strategies, plan better. And now you can't go to this class. This class may cost $200, but you've taken those same $200 and you've loaned it out to somebody. Now you can't take that money and go to that class that's going to help you build your business, build your brand. So are you the ATM person? Sharon says no. Investing in yourself and your business is a priority. So Sharon is like, no, I'm not it. So they know not to come to you, Sharon. So that's what I'm hearing. Okay, I got my phone shaking. Sorry, guys. So Sharon is like, absolutely not. No, that is not my thing. Okay, burnout is real. Carrying everyone financially will exhaust you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Well, hello, Stephanie. Thank you for joining. Stephanie, are you an ATM for other people? I got to stop you in your boots. Are you an ATM for other people, Stephanie? I just want to know. Okay. Poetry says, I am not the ATM, and I can hear that in a firm voice. I can hear that in a really firm voice from you, okay? He's like, no, no, ma'am. That's not going to happen on my dime. No, no. Okay, your calling deserves obedience. God didn't give you vision for you to keep financing other people. So we gotta own this thing. So if you're going to have a business, if you have a vision, if you have goals, especially around finances, you are not going to be able to reach those goals if you continue to make it rain for other people. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yeah. So good. Your business is not failing. You're just funding the wrong accounts. So if you are an ATM machine for people, your business is not failing. You are just funding the wrong accounts. So you need to learn how to reassign your money, honor your vision, and stop delaying the very thing that you've been praying for. A lot of us been praying, hoping, and putting in the work, trying to get our business off the grounds. And you're not going to be able to do that if you continue to fund other people with your hard-earned money. You are going to a 9 to 5 every day. I know I do. You're going to a 9 to 5 every day, and some of us are trying to build our empire on the side, and you're not going to be able to do it properly if you continue to just fund your money out. You're just giving out your money. Okay, I'm going to go back and read some of these comments. In order to help others, you have to prioritize yourself. Blessings, host, and everyone. Happy month. Yes, happy month. Absolute. Can you believe it's February the 1st? Get out of here. Get out of here. And that is why it is so important for us to continue making ourselves a priority and keeping up with our goals and keeping our goals and our visions in front of us, because look at how the time is moving. Before we know it, it's going to be summer. And I'm constantly asking myself, hello, is that Mr. Barry in here? Did I miss Mr. Barry? I see you saying hello, Barry. Okay, I'm going by reading some of the comments here. Lisa, Sharon. I was just reading some of the comments. But yeah, so y'all, I constantly, say to myself, D, where are you going to be by the middle of 2026? Where are you going to be by summer? Are you constantly working? Are you steadily working on making things better for yourself? Or are you bike triking? I have to stay on myself. I like to tell people that I used to be a people pleaser. That was one of the things that I really struggled with, people pleasing. So I always wanted to make people feel real warm and fuzzy. If someone had something going on with them, I wanted to try to help them out, but then sometimes you'll get taken advantage of in those situations. So I had to start shutting it down and just start saying no. And that was really hard for me. It was really difficult for me. But I had to say, okay, D, you gotta make yourself a priority. And it's okay. And it's not being selfish, it's actually called self-care. It's not being selfish, it's called self-care, whether we're taking care of ourselves emotionally, physically, spiritually. It is self-care. And financially, we need to be talking more about money. We need to be really talking more about money, taking care of our money, making sure we know where our money is, making sure that we have money available to us, having that emergency fund. And I'm gonna put Lisa out here. Lisa J Stocks. She's she's like into investments. Go check out her channel. She has a wealth of information on her channel. I think I met her on Lashana's channel, and I went over to her page, and she breaks it all down. Anything you're thinking about for his investments, high yield savings accounts, 401ks. She has a plethora of information out there. It is so much information, guys, out there, but we got to take time to learn. We really do. We have no excuse. We have no excuse whatsoever, to be saying we're broke. We really don't. We really do not. We really do not. We cannot be saying that we're broke. I was talking the other morning on my live about the fact that some of us have so many things that we're not using in our homes that we could be selling that stuff. You can make money. You have money sitting in your home, and sell it. Sell that stuff. Now, it's some stuff you may want to give away, but it's some stuff that you can sell. It is some stuff that you can actually sell to bring a profit, to take that debt down, or to put into that high yield savings account. So yeah. Yeah, Lisa's page is, I really enjoy it. So yeah, go out, check her out. She ask the questions, those money questions. She comes back and she'll give you a response. She actually provided me with a couple of books, some readings, and that kind of thing. So, yeah, we need to amp ourselves up in this area of finances, and don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of the finances. When you know better, do better. You know better, do better. And a lot of times we're like, oh, I don't have the money. I can't afford to save anymore. But you're going to Starbucks. I don't go to Starbucks. That's not my thing. But people are going to Starbucks, they're eating out, they're going to the mall. And sometimes you just have to say, I got to stop these bad habits. I got to stop these bad habits because it's not getting me where I want to go. It's not getting me where I want to go. So we got to take more accountability. And we got to stop being the ATM person. And it looks like I'm the only ATM person on this live today. So, well, I was the ATM person. I'm no longer the ATM person. I was the ATM person. I am no longer the ATM person. Yep, and coffee is expensive. Yes. I think some people are paying like $6 or $7 or more, depending on what all they get. So that stuff, it starts adding up. It starts adding up. And Jordans. Hey Glenn, what's going on? Glenn, question. Are you an ATM? Are you the ATM person in your family? Do everybody come to you to be the human ATM? Are you just making it rain? Are you just giving up your hard earned cash to people? I know Glenn gonna be like, D, no. No, that's not happening. But you know what? On a serious note, we should be really tracking so you can see exactly what you're spending, what you are spending. Or just pull up your bank account, and you can see how often you're using your ATM, your debit card, and where that money is going, exactly what you're doing with the money. Hey Rudy, how are you? Just talking. Now, Rudy, I know that you're a business owner. You have a business owner with the essential oils. So the question for you today is, are you the person that people come to as an ATM? They're using you as an ATM and you're just dishing out your money. Just want to know, instead of taking that money and putting it back into your business. Because, you got to have enough product on hand to sell, to potential customers and clients. So, is it ever a time that you have people coming to you saying, hey, can I borrow, can I get this, can I get that, and then you don't have the monies available to invest in your own business? Does that ever happen to you? Just curious. Hello Vegas, how are you? Thanks for joining. This is Dee Dee with Motivated to Soar. Just checking in with everyone. Wanted to know who's the ATM person in this chat today. Yes, all the time, but I have to say no now, especially family. He says no now. So it sounds like at some point in time, he was saying yes. He was like, yes. He was the yes person because they knew that he was the person they could go to. Users and takers. Users and takers. Hello, Raymond. How are you? Thanks for joining the chat. Thank you for joining the chat. We're just discussing, funding your business and making your business a priority and making sure that you are not the personal ATM for individuals. You're not the personal ATM. Not that you don't want to help people. We're not saying don't help people, but you don't want to crutch people either. You don't want to crutch people, and you want to make sure that your business is a priority, that it is a priority. And there are times that you need to go take certain classes, certain tools, learning different skills. All of that takes money. All of that takes money. I've been thinking about, extending, I'm a new children's book author. So I've been thinking about some merchandise. So I've been thinking about adding some merchandise. That's not free. That is not free. Now there are different avenues I can take where I don't have to have any hands-on merchandise, but still I still need to have some type of funding available. I still need to have some type of funding available. So that's going to be really imperative. And I think, a lot of times when, people hear business owners or small business owners, people really don't think that that is an investment. That takes time, energy, and it takes money. Time, energy, money. Time, energy, money. So we got to be careful about how we spend our monies, how we spend our money. So that's what I just wanted to come on and talk about today and hear what everybody else was thinking about in this area. So while I'm talking about this, what would you say was maybe one of your biggest costs with starting your business for you guys who are business owners or even thinking about becoming a business owner? Is there anyone in the chat who's not a business owner but thinking about becoming a business owner? Yeah. So thank you, Stephanie. You're so kind. Yeah. So just what are those goals around your business? What are those goals around your business? I mean, for a small business owner, do you ever say to yourself, okay, if I'm not bringing in profit by year, I'm going to just stop? Have you guys been having any thoughts like that? Like, if you're not having a certain amount of profit that's coming in, you're like, maybe this isn't the business for me. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe you just need to go back to the table and strategize. Maybe you need a mentor. You ever thought about that? Having a mentor? It's so many different angles when it comes to having a business. Sometimes it's the initial investment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you guys, let me tell you, I watch so many videos on this. I'm serious. I do a lot of research and I see what people are starting businesses with $100. $100. It's just the time, the energy, and the dedication. A lot sometimes people get flustered. You can get flustered because you're trying to do too much at one time. You're trying to do too much at one time. And I know for me, I have to tell myself, D, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome was not built in a day, D. So you're not going to build this business overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. Some people go years and years, and then, we live in a society that tells us everything is microwave, that it happens fast, it's easy. Y'all, stop falling for the okie dokie, okay? If you are a business owner, you are going to have to put in the time, the effort, the money. You're going to have to learn how to network. You're going to have to learn how to market. You're going to have to continue to talk about your business. And one of the biggest problems for me was the fact that I didn't want to come across begging. And someone had to tell me, D, you're not begging, you are informing. You're not begging, you are informing, because people will forget. People will forget. And you're not talking to just one or two individuals. This is a global approach for everyone. Do you think McDonald's get tired of talking about their business? Do you think Burger King gets tired of talking about their business? Do you think Macy's get tired of talking about their business? Mercedes, Toyota, Amazon? Everywhere you look, there's an Amazon truck. They're not tired of talking about their business. So why would you get tired of talking about your business? So it's certain things we got to get past. It's certain things that we got to get past. So you got to get past that. You got to get past your feelings or what you think people are going to think. You don't know what people are thinking. You don't know what people are thinking. As a perfect example, I was watching another content creator earlier this morning before I went to church, and she was talking about the fact that she retired at the age of 56. And I went on and I responded to her and was telling her that, I have plans of return in the next 2 to 3 years. And I had just started my children's book journey and some other things. She came back and responded and she said, oh, can you send me your website? I would be interested. And I was like, whoa. So you don't know where an opportunity will come up at. You will not know. You will not know. Sometimes we can miss opportunities because we're being shy. Hello, Health Swizzy. How are you? Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So yeah, don't miss an opportunity. I do these classes at some of the high schools and some of the middle schools. I go in and I do crime prevention classes like 3 or 4 times a month. And I had a young lady reach out to me and she was like, hey, D, we are having authors come to the Black History event. Black History event February the 19th. And she says, we're looking for authors. And she said, you came to mind. And she was like, you need to go out and register. And I was like, okay, let me tell you guys, immediately my mind started racing because I was like, oh, I might not be ready. My stuff is only on paperback. It's not on hardback. And I started coming up with all these excuses not to go. You know what? I'm going, whether I'm scared, ready or not, I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up. I cannot afford to miss an opportunity. What is the point of me praying and asking God for guidance and then I don't show up? I don't know. It could be a blessing there. I need to show up. I need to get my face into place. Imposter sin. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. We start making up all these excuses of why it wouldn't work. Right. And the crazy part about it is that I just did a live about this and I'm like, now here I go. Here I go. But it just goes to show you that we all deal with something. And I'm not afraid to put myself out there because, it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. It can invite fear into our minds. It has happened to me so many times. Oh, absolutely. I talked about the point that I wanted this position and I applied for the job. I actually got an interview. Do you know I got so scared? I called the HR recruiter and I canceled the interview. I sure did. I have talked myself out of so many different things over the course of the years. But I'm like, it's not going to happen this year. It is not going to happen this year. So, and I hope that doesn't happen to any of you guys. So, I hope if anything that you get out of this is to one, stop giving your money away. Stop giving your money away and start showing up for yourself. You deserve to be at the table. You deserve to be at the table. Stop all of this. I'm not going to show up. I'm scared. For all you content creators out here, you need to start going live. You need to start going live. People need to know who you are. You need to start building that momentum. You need to start building your subscribers. Your village will find you. And that is so true. You're gonna find the folks that you connect with. You will. It's gonna take some time, but you gotta keep showing up. I did another video the other day. Um, Ghosting. Don't ghost your channel. Don't ghost your channel. Don't do that. 1 minute you're here, then you're gone for 5 or 6 weeks. Nobody know where you're at. Use the community page and let people know, hey, I'm not going to be available for a couple of days. Because guess what? Life happens, right? Life happens. But if you want people to take you serious, you got to show up. You got to show up. You got to show up. Even if you only go live for 10 minutes, just to kind of get into the hang of it. Get into the hang of it. That's what I started doing. I started going for like 10 minutes. Hey, BC, how are you, BCJ? Just go 10 minutes. The next thing you know, 15 minutes, then 30 minutes. And now I'm at an hour. I'll go for an hour. I typically cut it off at an hour. I see some people go longer than that, but for me, I do an hour and I just keep going. But you got to continually show up for yourself, show up for your audience. What you have to say is important. You are not supposed to take your gifts and your talents to the grave. It's for somebody else. That's right. Chris been saying, he's like, hey, I'm going to get monetized this year. That's all you've been saying. You're like, I'm going to get monetized this year. So absolutely. So absolutely. So yeah, you just start hitting play. Start hitting play. And you can use your cell phone. Just record yourself on the cell phone if you're feeling kind of, flimsy or whatever. And guess what, guys? You're going to mess up. You're going to mess up. And guess what? It's going to be okay. You will still breathe. Life will still go on. I can promise you. It will still go on. You will mess up. I have gone back and looked at a couple of my videos and I'm like, girl, did you just make up a word? I be making up words. It's okay. It's okay. Words they're not in Webster at all. At all. And I don't do all that editing, but you got to find out what works for you. You got to find out what works for you and you got to continue to show up because do you know this YouTube thing is a business? It's a business. It's a business. And you got to treat it as such. This is your business. If you are a content creator and you're thinking about monetization, it is your business. It is your business. And some of you guys are like, oh, this is just not. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. When I started YouTube, I did not start out thinking about monetization. I started out saying that I wanted to document my journey with writing my children's books. So I have another channel. And then I started this channel just for inspiration. And just so happened, this channel took off. I started getting more subscribers on this channel than I did my children's book channel. So I started putting more energy over here. I continued to write my children's books, but I wasn't working on my channel over there. So I was like, you know what? It's getting to be overwhelming trying to handle two channels. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to talk about everything on this one channel. And that's what I'm doing. Just one channel. So, hey, thank you. Thank you. Let me go back and read some of these comments. My plan by the end of June 1st, 1K. All right. We got some goals. Some goals in the chat. Yes, speaking into existence. Yeah. You got to have some goals. You got to have some goals. And you got to surround yourself around people, like-minded people who want to go somewhere, people who want to have something. Everybody doesn't want to grow, and it's okay. It's okay. Everyone doesn't want to grow. Some people are okay with staying with where they're at. But for you and I, we're saying we're trying to elevate. Guys, guess what? You're going to have to get out of the box. You got to get out of the boat. You can't stay in the boat and get the miracle. You just can't. You cannot. You are going to have to get out of the boat and get in order to get the miracle. You got to. You got to. And it's going to be uncomfortable. Right, Stephanie? Stephanie was like, I'm not going live. Stephanie was like, I'm not going live. And she was live yesterday on her treadmill, giving us a word. Stephanie was on her treadmill yesterday live, and she was giving us a word. Yes. And we were there for it. And that's the thing about it. People will support you. So if you're going to be going live, let us know. We will come out and support you. That's how it all works. Guys, it's probably more than that now because I started saying this a while back. Edna, how are ya? Yes, people will come over to your channel and support. And we'll sit there and we'll cheer you on. Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. There it is. Yes, we will. We will come over. We will come over and support you. We will do that. And guess what? If we can't make it to your live, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come watch the replay. I'm a replay girl most of the time because I'm up so early in the morning. So in the mornings, I do my lives at 4 a.m., 4 a.m. until 5 a.m. And then I go and I read some of the comments. I respond. I watch some of the other content creators. And then I logged on at work by 7:30. I work from home. So I'm logged on at work by 7:30. And then when I get off work, I'll, try to watch a couple of things from other content creators. So I kind of get myself in a flow. So I'm going to come over to your channel and check you on the replay. I'm a replay girl. So, so we don't have to, sometimes you cannot make it. Hey, how are you, Slim Jim? How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. So yeah, guys, we're going to come out and we're going to support one another. We're going to support one another. So y'all, this is a good place right here. There's a lot of different content creators on here. GOAT 1408, Mr. Slim Jim. Go out there and check him out. Check him out. Check out Stephanie, WSFN, Pete BCJ 1973. I got Mr. Poetry out here. Guys, go out here and check out each other's channels. Sharon, Half Swizzy. Guys, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's support this. And it can all start just with a small community. A small community. Get out of your head that you got to have 500,000 people following you. You don't. You don't. You can still get your watch hours in. You can still get your watch hours in. You can get your subscribers up to where they need to be. I'm going to tell you now, one of the things I wished I would have focused on first was watch hours as opposed to subscribers. I wished I would have started there, not being so concerned about the number of subscribers. I wished I really tapped in and focused in on my watch hours. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, lessons learned, lessons learned, lessons learned, lessons learned. Lessons learned. Coffee is in the house. This is my sister, Coffee and Cream. Y'all need hey, you need a good motivation. Go over to her page. She has the most nicest posts out there. Inspirations that's gonna just get you going. So yeah, guys, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Coffee, I got a question for you since you're just getting in. I know Coffee Cream. I love that name too. Coffee, are you an ATM person? Are you the ATM person in the family? Do people come and ask for money from you? Are you that person that you're just like giving out money because they know they can get it from you? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I started out talking to business owners about, you can't fund your business because you're too busy, funding other people, funding other people. So are you one of those individuals that they're calling, they're like, I'm going to call Coffee. I know Coffee got it. I know Coffee going to give it to me. Are you the ATM person in your family, in your household? Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie's putting everybody's link out here so you can go out and check out everyone. Stephanie, you're such a blessing. Let me tell you, you are such a blessing, and I thank God for you. You just do this out of the kindness of your heart. You are just as sweet as can be. My goodness. And speaking of Stephanie, she and Echo tonight at 7 they will be doing scripture squad. Yeah, they'll be doing scripture squad and trivia at 7, and we have the best time. It is like the best time ever. She is a blessing. OMG. And I have never met her a day in my life. Is that like crazy how you have never met people and you just like, it is crazy. It is like, you be like, okay, that's my person. That is my person. You just vibe with certain people. You be like, that is my person. So yeah, it's just a blessing to have somebody like that. And I just thank God for her. It's just a blessing. It is such a blessing. It really is. So, Coffee, you're like, yes. I knew it. Why did I know that about you, Coffee? Why did I know that about you? That's the link for 7 p.m. tonight, y'all. Y'all, we be rambling and we be learning though. We be learning. We be learning. She poses all these different scriptures and we just do the fill in the blanks and we have a great time. We do. We have a great time. We laugh and we chuckle and all that good stuff. And they be like, Dee Dee, you still woke? Because they know I be asleep. They know I be asleep around 8 o'clock. So yeah. But guys, thank y'all guys for coming in and like talking with me and just engaging with me on this subject. Yeah, so it just started out talking to the business owners, small business owners about funding your business but being an ATM machine for people, and now you can't properly fund your business. And then we went into talking about other things, making sure that we're trying to stay on top of our money matters, because Coffee, you and I say we're going to be retiring, right? So we need to make sure we got our coins in place. We got to make sure we got our coins in place. We don't have time to be funding other people. We got to stay on top of the game, making sure our money is where it needs to be at. My positive charge for the day. Yes, yes, yes. So it's so important because before you know it, you can easily drain your account just dishing money out. And your heart is in the right place. Your heart is in the right place. But we have to be really mindful of what we're doing with our money. We do. And we work so hard and and you just see your money go down the drain. And you be like, where did my money just go? What did I just do with it? Where is it? Oh, I loaned so and so $100 here, $50 there, $100 here. Guys, you are not you're not the bank. You're not the bank. Thank you. You're not the bank. And this goes for adult kids. How many of us are funding adult children? Adult children. And what's another one? Grandchildren. They get you good with the grandbabies, don't they? The grandbabies. Mm-hmm. The great nieces. The great nephews. Uh-huh. They'll get you good. They hit you good in the pockets. In the pockets. They get you good in the pockets. Yes. They get you good in the pockets. But y'all, we got to learn how to say no. No. Let those parents fund their kids. You know, birthdays, if you want to do Christmas or whatever holidays you want to do, that's fine. But all that extra stuff and all these, what is it? These Xboxes and PS2s and all, whatever they call it, that stuff is. No, no. That money needs to be going in your high yield savings account, accumulating some interest. Yes, we don't have time for that. Mm-mm. And know what being too nice gonna be? It's gonna equal to being broke. I was that person. I talked about it earlier. A people pleaser. A people pleaser. Has Swizzy said, I stopped doing that a long time ago. I now ask for collateral because you'll never get the money. See, they ask for collateral. I just say no. I just say no. And guys, it does. It feels uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable, but it got to be done. Oh, Stephanie said I have over 50 nieces and nephews and I am not funding them. I Coffee, you got to stop. You got to stop. You got to today. Hey, oh, this is a perfect day to stop too. This is a perfect day to stop. February 1st. February 1st. And they're going to be like, oh, auntie acting funny, grandma acting funny. You know, oh, she acting funny with my kids. She know my kids need the key word is your kids. They're your kids. We love them. We love on them. We'll do all that kind of stuff. You know, we love on them. But you got to learn, you can't keep funding. That's right, Coffee, today. See how that worked out? It's a good day to start a fast. Time isn't waiting for nobody. We got to make people more accountable. Faith February, I like that. Yeah, we got to make people more accountable. And guess what? It's going to feel a little uncomfortable, Coffee. It is, Coffee. It's going to feel a little uncomfortable. And they might stop talking to you. Or I'm not going to say they're going to stop talking to you, but it's not going to be the regular conversation. You're going to kind of pick up on the vibe. You're going to kind of pick up on the vibe. Because when you stop giving your money, people picks up. Oh, something wrong with her? No, nothing wrong with me. No, I'm good. We're good. Stop always being the one paying for the lunch. When you go out to lunch, you're always picking up everybody else's tab. You pick up the tab and you're tipping. You teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. And then you have the nerve to get mad and upset. Well, you started it. I started it. A lot of this stuff I started myself. And my husband used to be telling me, and I'm like, what he know? He just need to be quiet. I'm going to do what I want to do. It backfired on me. It backfired on me. It really did. It backfired on me. Yeah, because they, again, got accustomed to calling, and I would just, yeah, we got to stop that. We got to stop that. It's not good. They will. Would you say they'll ghost you? Well, guess what? When they ghost you, that means more peace. More peace. More peace. Because see, now you have to start asking yourself, Are you coming around me because you really love me? You love me, you desire hanging out with me, or is it that you think you can get something from me? And family will do it the most. It's the family. The family would do it the most. I went to my old church and they were happy to see me. God is good. Oh, good. Good. All right. Yeah. So you have to start asking, why they always hanging around me? Is it because, they feel like I'm going to be the ones who's always treating? I'm always, always the one they can go to. Or is it a genuine love? Is it a genuine love? Is it a genuine friendship? So it's still the beginning of the year, guys. So we got time to get this thing together. Hey, 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 Jay, how are you? Jay, I got a question for you. Are you the person in your family that they can come to for money? Are you like the family ATM machine? Just want to know. Just want to know. I'm just doing. I should have did a poll. I should have did a poll. Are you the family ATM? Jay said, "Girl, no." She was like, "No, don't even think about it. No." Jay is like, "No, not gonna happen." Not going to happen. And we are going to be celebrating Jay's birthday in a couple of more days. Super excited. Yes, yes, yes. So Jay's like, no, So that's good. You're not one of those. Okay, good, good for you. Good for you. Good, good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I up again, guys. January still is the best. BC, yeah. So guys, thank you guys for coming in and talking to me and just keeping me going and keeping me motivated. But at least now I know I wasn't the only person being the ATM machine. But used to be the ATM machine. I am no longer the ATM machine. I have cut all that off. Hello, I cherish. How are you? How are you doing? I cherish. I gotta ask you, are you the one in the family that people come to for money? Are you the ATM money maker in your family? Are you the ATM maker in your family? And I cherish is a business owner. I cherish is a business owner. So I cherish. We started this conversation about um, are you spending your money? Are you giving your money out to others when you should be funding your business? Are you taking the money that should be going into your business and funding it to family members, co-workers, friends, or whoever or whomever? Are you that person? Are you that person that people seek out because they know they can get it from you? Are you that person? Are you like, nope, it's not me? February birthday too, not any more years ago. Okay. She says she's been delivered from that. Amen. Mm-hmm. Amen. Good, good, good. Coffee, get on board. Get on board, coffee. Get on board. Get on board. Yeah, because unfortunately, people will use you. People will use you because they know that you're a good people. They know you have a good heart, and you still can have a good heart. I still have a good heart. I'm just keeping my cash. I got a good heart. I'm just keeping my cash. That's all. You still can have a good heart. And again, this does not mean that we're not going to do for people, but we're just not going to be doing for everybody. We're just not going to be doing for everybody, and we're not going to be crutching people. We are not going to be crutching people. Okay, we got some birthday folks in the house for February the 6th. Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we got all these birthdays going around. This is so good. Coffee said, I needed this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to be doing a follow. Y'all, I'm going to be doing a follow-up. We're going to be doing a follow-up. I guess happy birthday, February. I'm January. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday. Hey, another year. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing. Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I appreciate you guys coming in and supping with me today. I really do. This is not my normal time, but hey, anytime is a YouTube time, right? Anytime is a YouTube time. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna post my link in the my book link in there so you guys can just go out and check out my website, all that good stuff. And if you guys are business owners, post your link so people can come out and check it out. So post your link your websites or whatever, wherever you sell your merchandise at, so we can come out and support you and see it. Um Mighty Soul. Mighty Soul is another content creator, and she's a seamstress. And I had just ordered a pillow from her, and I'm waiting for my pillow to come, and I'm gonna do an opening. I'm gonna do an unboxing, so I'm excited to do that. So we are going to be supporting each other and all that great stuff. So thank you, Stephanie. So we're gonna be supporting each other and checking each other's out. So again, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stephanie, I'm going to see you at 7 o'clock for Scripture Squad. I am super excited, super duper excited. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. And again, thank you for engaging with me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Frank, how are you? I appreciate you for stopping by. Go by and hit that replay button. Hit that replay button, Frank. Hit that replay button. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.